Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? We're gonna give it a little bit of, we're gonna give it a couple minutes. I hope everybody's having a wonderful January 1st. I know none of you guys are doing anything crazy right now. You guys are probably all tired, either from drinking last night, and honestly speaking, I don't think you guys are going out and completely trashing your nights. But give me one moment here. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and please smash that like button. It does help the algorithm. It's completely free. We're going to go over some market sentiments right now. And my credit card skin is peeling. Not the XRP credit card skin, if you guys remember that, but actually my real credit card, the front of it, the face of it is peeling. And underneath it is just a silver card. All right, folks, been sober for 3 years. The world's too insane. Yeah, I don't really drink too much. Often I'm not a big fan. I used to a lot when I was younger, but I'm not a really big fan of drinking. Um, so, but again, nothing against it. I do it here and there, but nothing absolutely crazy. If you guys are joining us, yes, I know it's really odd that we actually have a live crowd today, again, watching our live stream. So I just want to welcome everybody in the crowd that's joining us today. Some people, flew all the way from different parts of the world to come to this. And you guys all know, obviously, there's going to be a party after today's live stream. And that is Girls Free Before 11. Dylan in the house with the girth. Showtime. My damn Rangers stink this year, who root for Canadian or the Leafs. I'm Canadians all the way. I'm not really following hockey like I used to, but I'm rooting for the Montreal Canadiens. Ever since the good old Leafs, went through that whole rebuild for years and still rebuilding to this date. Ever since Wellwood, Cabriolet, Ponte Crosby, Antrobop, Wellwood, Tucker, that power play line. Ever since that whole Ponte Crosby, I remember when Antropov got wrecked. I was actually at that game when Antropov got wrecked, and he never came back to the Leafs. Good old times. My first ever Leafs game was against the Florida Panthers, all the way in the bleachers, in the green. Actually, it was in the green seats. If you guys have ever went to the Air Canada Center, you guys would call it goes from platinum, gold, red, green, and then purple. Thank you, Wilson. Much love. Huge girth. Okay, let's go into the live. Let's go over some important parts here. So we're going to be doing the live stream. It's a new year. It's not a new me, but it's going to be a new schedule. So hopefully, if all goes well, and we're going to be doing lives, I'm going to push myself to every day or maybe every other day, but we're going to be documenting the generational bottoms. I don't think you guys understand when I mean generational bottoms. Let's go over to the XRP 1 weekly chart. I used to live in Toronto, but not anymore. But ever since, if you guys are from Toronto, yeah, that's all I gotta say. But maybe some of you guys may have seen me on the street because my license plate for years in Toronto was XRP. So for a long time, I've had that for years. That's awesome. Yeah, Toronto's a good place, but I have to get out of there. Okay, let's do this. Let's go over the 1 weekly chart for XRP. Remember what I said on our live a couple days ago. We are about to close this weekly candle. This is very, very important because we haven't seen this many consecutive red candles, weekly candles for XRP, not just XRP, but the entire industry. Because if you go ahead and take a look at, for example, the Bitcoin chart and you go over to the weekly, you could see everything is you know what, Bitcoin is actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad, but it's pretty bad. But we're at a very crucial point. So this is what's going to happen here. Okay, you guys could hold me against it because I know I've been through too many cycles just to know how this next leg up is going to work. Obviously, this is something you're going to say, well, I could have said the same thing. But we might see one more last dump and then it's clear skies. Or we stay here, we dump, we stay there, and then rocket. No matter what happens, though, I'm telling you, don't let these short-term price actions and these price swings get to you. Remember, you should be praying these prices don't moon yet, because once this next wave of institutional capital flows into this ecosystem, every single digital asset that has a real use case in the new world economy is going to create a foundation of liquidity. And when we look at XRP at $1, like for example, look at the spread between XRP right now, right? XRP went to $3.66 this year, and it came down to $1.87. XRP cannot be a volatile asset. If you guys have been following my channel for a very long time, you guys understand that XRP has been monitored heavily eyed and monitored and battle tested through the FSB, that is the Financial Stability Board, the IMF, the World Bank. They're all on this. Remember, you're not going to replicate these digital assets now in 2026 and start a new infrastructure, test it, get regulatory clarity. It's not going to happen. The winners, I don't want to call them winners, but the chosen ones that they want to utilize in the next financial infrastructure, in the next world economy, have been chosen. But some of those that have been chosen can break, right? I mean, you guys saw the internet boom. You guys seen, look at Beyond Meat, for example. Beyond Meat did really well. Now Beyond Meat is worthless. But there's really, in 2026, nobody should be really questioning where crypto is going. As much as it sounds very like a common sense way to say, obviously it's going to go up. It is. Right now, just accumulate as much as you can. That's all I got to say. Because when the move comes, we're going to be doing the live streams. We're going to be in a new, different world. And a lot of people are going to be kicking themselves, and they're going to be chasing another coin. They're going to be like, okay, what else can I get? What's cheaper? So right now, today is Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have 3 days until this weekly candle closes. Either XRP and the entire market will give us a fake out and go up a little bit and then come back down by the end of this week. So this weekend is going to be very important. As you guys may heard that January 15th is when they're supposed to pass like this whole bill and implement it and get more legal clarity. So we're going to have to wait and see to see how that pans out. But like I said, I'm catching these generational bottoms, okay? You're going to hear me say this, and you're going to see it happen. That's the thing. So don't go jump into the markets right now. Don't use high leverage. Look at my leverage right now for XRP, 2x. My night leverage, this is a completely different story. That is completely luck, because when we got into this night trade, I got in exactly at this point, and then it skyrocketed, okay? But many top performing coins like Ondo, I was going to say Honda. Ondo. The crowd loves that, don't they? Yeah, no jokes today. We're all serious. But like BNB, this BNB trade has been open for what? It's almost been 6 months. We're in 2026. This BNB trade, ladies and gentlemen, has been opened for a very long time. And we have taken already profit. Okay, we've already profited from this BNB trade, $7,500, and we still have that open, bringing in $1,700. And I'm going to be looking into scale into my XRP trade and also my other trades that I'm going to be opening up. You may see that happen in today's live. You may see that happen in tomorrow's live. You may see me announce it on my Instagram account. Sometimes I announce it. If you guys are not following me on my Instagram, the link is in the description down below. But we're going to catch these generational bottoms. And every single day we're going to do these lives. I'm going to show you Minimum, I will do my best to do 30 minutes every single day for us. And it's going to be around the evening. Okay, so when everyone's home and everyone's kicking it. In the morning, people are driving, they're focused on driving, and if they want to do something, we're going to do it at night. I feel like that is the best way to handle this. And I want you guys to truly, truly prepare for 2026. Not just as prepare in every single perspective as you could imagine. Okay, nothing is stopping what's coming. I do not see any kind of, and you guys let me know in the chat. I don't know what kind of world event will make these markets completely zero. I don't know. I don't know what will. And nobody knows, frankly. Nobody knows. People were calling Japan, the oil, this, that. Again, we're all humans and we're all just putting our opinions out there. But there's something that never loses, and that is, again, just accumulating and holding. So I'm going to add on to I have 2 trades open. So we have Bitunix right now with 2 leverage, $1,000 margin. I might add to this position, or I might open a new position. So let me take a look at Solana. And if you're looking to open trades, I do see sometimes when you guys open trades and you guys go for some of these coins are very illiquid. Okay, don't open trades when there isn't enough market demand or enough liquidity in those coins. So I would, stay away from trading Pepe. I mean, you could do it, but I would stay away from that because there's a lot more volatility and a lot more risk to it. So my go-to 5-6 coins that I'm going to be opening up longs are going to be Cardano. If I had to rank it from 1 to 5, Cardano would be my number 5. Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, Hedera, Chainlink. Every single one of these are undervalued. You guys could all attest to that. I have a limit order for $1.69. That's amazing. I really hope that fills. Don't go jump into trades. Put limit orders. If you think XRP is going to come down to a certain... I was going to tweet today saying XRP is about to move. But I'm going to refrain from tweeting that. Just because, XRP... When I was going to tweet that, XRP was at around $1.85. So it's doing it, but there isn't enough volume in the markets right now. I'm going to go over to the chat in a moment. So give me one moment. And that's the other thing too. A lot of people right now are scared of Axelar, right? Axelar is at 7 cents right now. Axelar team is building. I know the chart looks absolutely insane. I have been buying Axelar. I have been trading Axelar. Axelar still has billions in volume, okay, and billions of transactions. And I just don't see Axelar disappearing. So obviously the core development team for Axelar has been replaced, but it hasn't been replaced by garbage. It has been replaced with silver. If you were to compare, the people, the group of individuals that come, I believe it was Prefix are the individuals that have taken over. So Prefix has worked with Ripple in the past, and even I believe to this date they still do some collaborations and some efforts to contribute to the ledger itself. But I would not give up hope on Axelar. I bought Axelar not too long ago when it was dipping. So again, this is the part. This is the conviction. This is where legends are made. But just don't go into this expecting crazy returns. Go into it with a mindset that you're going to lose all your money. If you guys have been following me for a very long time, you guys know I said accumulate as much as you can because there is no other better asset that you could accumulate right now in this whole crypto ecosystem. Nobody should be accumulating stocks. If you want to be, putting options, puts on stocks, go for it. But this new asset class at ground zero, And the only thing you could do is just accumulate as much as you can. I cannot stress that enough. I'm going to go over to the chat here quickly. Actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and let me just do this. Let's bring up the 30-minute chart. And I did pay for a 1 month for the server that I'm using right now to live stream. This is 2-bit. If you guys want to take advantage of the deposit bonuses for 2-bit, check it out. Everything is in the description down below. I only use Bitunix and 2-bit. Those are the only two I have been using. And I use both so I could open 2 trades. Okay? Because you can't open 2 XRP trades, for example, on 2-bit. You can if you do USDC perpetual, which I do sometimes. But I like to do the USDT. And when I do USDC, I just do high leverage. And I want you guys to understand something. When I started trading, I started with 10. Well, when I first started trading, I took advantage of the deposit bonus that Carl from the Moon was giving. I'm telling you, full out transparency. And I would trade with $20, $30, $50, $100. I would use high leverage. I would feel out the market. And I was just staring at the markets for years. So, you know, for me to get into a generational bottom like BNB, this is just timing and luck at the same time, okay? Like, because watching the charts for years, you just know when the markets are about to explode. And I'm still, like, if this BNB trade gets liquidated, I wouldn't care because, like I said, I've made more than enough of my margin. My margin on this trade is $181. So here's the thing. Let's go. Like, hey, Axelar went up 40 cents in a matter of 18 hours. So I know good times are coming for Axelar. It can't really go any lower. I mean, if it does, it doesn't even logically make sense to me. But just let it all pan out. Axelar is being utilized. You could see the transactions. You could see the network, and you could see the network growing. If you see the network decreasing in volume and users and its utility, then I would be a little bit scared. But when you have still the participants in the ecosystem contributing, utilizing, it's not going anywhere. And on top of that, we at Salute are currently working on implementing on the Axelar and using the EVM sidechains. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about Salute because that's a project that I don't need to talk about. Time will do all the talking for me. But we're building. We're building. Just like how Ripple took 10 years to where they are today, I'm not expecting Salute to skyrocket and have multiple partners in a matter of 1 year. So that's just that. But let's take a look at XRP in the 4-hour time frame and let's see where we're going. We're seeing a rally. And you know what the craziest part is? These manipulations. Like I said, when this starts happening, like this is they're only going to do this for so long. The markets right now, again, I'm only going to say this one more time. It's pure manipulation. It's pure manipulation. Because once real capital flows in here, you can manipulate the market. So I don't know what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves. And I am 99% confident that majority of the exchanges out there are a group of maybe 5 people. Maybe not the people parts, or 5 corporations that have created this. Because once you create, I mean, like take a look at Coke and Pepsi, for example, right? And look at Binance, for example. When you do, when you open Binance, when you have all that capital, you could just start opening up, you want to call them shell companies, but obviously, I don't know if they're operating as shell companies, but you're going to open up other ones. It's very easy. I'm going to tell you guys a story here. Back in 2017, there was a group of individuals that were creating exchanges. They reached out to me. They sent me 1 Bitcoin. They told me, can you communicate with this group of individuals? This was currently at the time on, what's the messaging app? It's not Telegram. It's not Signal. It might have been Telegram. There's one more. I can't recall what the messaging app is. but it's like similar to a Telegram. But they sent me 1 Bitcoin and they said send it to these guys and create an exchange. Because at the end of the day, these are all white labels. If you guys go on Google and type in white label exchanges, you guys could buy an exchange that looks exactly like this or Binance, okay? And you could label it. You could put as, you could put Alex Johnson Exchange, and you could just market it. And everything's going to be operating. The APIs are going to be plugged in. You're going to have a full efficient exchange. The only reason why I didn't proceed with this, I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? Why are you asking me to do this? Why do you want me to do this? Like, send the transaction. Anyways, I backed up from these guys. And then after I found out that these guys were like operating these exchanges and they were like doing false advertising. And back in 2017, the scams were absurd. If you guys recall, John McAfee used to do coin of the day, and I used to be a participant of that. I used to have this, like, he would tweet a coin, we would buy it, and then it's pretty much like now you see these meme coins go up and then rugs. That's what he was doing back then, but we didn't know better. Because when I bought XRP, and the next thing you know, and a couple days later, it's over like $3.80. And I'm walking around, my bank, the only person with a bag of crypto. I'm like, damn, I'm a genius. This is back in 2017. And then once I understood exactly how these digital assets are going to operate in the future, well, guess what? That's when I took a step back, because these digital assets can only be sustainable and operated if you serve a real purpose. Because I saw these digital assets come out and then just flourish and just evaporate. I saw something here on the chat. Give me 1 second. I worked for Pepsi 40 years, had a root in New York. Nice. Let's see, WhatsApp. It's not WhatsApp. I just downloaded Bybit. Can you not use it in America? I don't know if you can use Bybit in America. In some jurisdictions, you are not allowed to, or some continents, but it may not. But take advantage of the deposit bonus. If you guys are not registered for 2Bit, the link's in the description down below. If you deposit just $10, you get a $50 deposit bonus. Give it up to 48 hours and you could trade with that, okay? And there's larger deposit bonuses here. For example, if you deposit $3,000, you get a $600 trial fund. And any profit you make with utilizing that $600, opening up trades, you could withdraw them. So it's not even like you could withdraw your $3,000 after and not even touch it and utilize the trial fund. But like I said, generational bottoms are going. The only reason why I'm going to do lives every single day is we're going to document generational bottoms. I don't care how long it takes. We're going to open some trades that are going to be open for years. Because when the price of XRP, not just XRP, when the price of Solana, Ethereum, when they do this next move, they're not going to come back to these levels. It's done. Because what's going to create this next move is either going to be done through, I don't know what's going to happen in the economy, or it's going to be done through clarity in the crypto ecosystem and how you implement these digital assets and merge them to the new world economy. Should we get a 24-hour following? Should we get a 24-hour crypto followers group chat going on? I mean, you guys are more than welcome to. Do you have any experience with BitFi? Have you had problems with them, withdrawals on 2Bit? Listen, I don't know these other exchanges, but I could tell you if you have any problems with 2Bit or Bitunix, just reach out to me. I've had zero problems with 2Bit and Bitunix. And in fact, many of you guys that have actually used Bitunix and 2Bit, you remember what happened on 10/10 when the markets crashed? Majority of you guys actually got reimbursements. And that is one of the main things I reached out to them and asked them, okay, what's going on here? What's going to happen? Because we all got affected and this is not fair. And majority of everybody got reimbursed. So let me know in the comments down. Well, let me know in the chat below if you guys did. Do I hold ZBEC? Yes, I hold ZBEC. What do I think of it? I did my research on it, but you also have to understand that sometimes I hip fire. When I see a potential, I hip fire. And remember what I told you guys in my previous videos, to have at least, if you're accumulating an asset, make sure you at least, at the current prices for the current crypto state, make sure you at least have $5,000 of a foundation in that asset. For example, if you have $10,000, if you're coming into crypto, do not divvy that up into 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. You're better off divvying it up into 3, okay? Or like, 3.25, 3.25, and the other one 3,000, or you do 5,000, 5,000. Athena is great. I don't hold Athena, and the only reason why I say it's great, I'm gonna be honest, obviously. You only say I see a lot of OGs in this sector that have been talking about Athena, and I'm talking about like reputable individuals that I would trust. Okay, and I was actually gonna buy some. I have not bought any yet. But ask yourself, why? I'm telling you right now, do not confuse yourself with too many coins. If you're new to this ecosystem, pick 3, pick 2, pick 4, accumulate those like a madman. Okay, like for example, I bought Zcash. When I bought Zcash, I bought it this year. I bought it when it was at $150, and I'll tell you right now, I bought Zcash by accident. I bought it because I was like, okay, I have some stables that I just wanted to move into an asset, because sometimes I hold stable coins and I'm like, oh, wow, I could have put it in here. Like, it could have done well, or put it into like a little 7-day lockup for an APR. I didn't do that. So I'm like, oh, let me just buy Zcash, because I get the point of privacy. I understand it. I understand why it's important, but there's always going to be narratives that are going to be pushing this. And there's a lot of whales, folks. I'm telling you right now, let me hold that thought, and I'll tell you that in regards to whales. But I bought Zcash, and then the next thing you know, Zcash went up to, like $780. And I made about like $20,000, but I didn't sell. I still hold the Zcash. I have not sold. I don't plan on selling it, because I believe Zcash should go to $1,000. And on top of that, remember what I told you guys, always sell with an objective. We are so early in this crypto age that selling right now without an objective makes absolutely no sense. If you are needing the money for rent or for food or for your health or for your safety, sell. If none of those matter, just hodl and keep your assets safe. That's it. But in terms of whales, this is very important. So I want you guys to all bring it in. Even the crowd, please bring it in. Why? Stop the clout. Stop the clapping, please. No, I just said bring it in. But no, honestly, listen. Yes, we do have the party tonight after the stream. Ladies free before 11. So that is still going on. But let's talk about this for a moment. This is very important. I want you guys to please understand this, okay? I cannot stress this enough, because every single one of you guys are going to be participants at this. I made a tweet yesterday that is very, very important, okay? And when I tweet, I tweet. Like, I don't do stuff for engagement. I don't care about that stuff. I speak my thoughts. When the Solana meme ecosystem blew up, it happened after Solana went from $9 to over $100. So I'm going to read you my tweet, and I'm going to explain how it's going to happen to the XRP ledger. Because people forgot how the meme ecosystem really started with Solana, and it's very important for you guys to understand this. Memes didn't exist in 2022 at that scale, and like Solana memes didn't exist in 2022, okay? FTX happened, Solana bottomed, and it was near $9. It was at 10, 11, 12, 13, $9 for approximately like 4 months. You guys can go ahead and check it out. I mean, I did put a screenshot here. So it was there for at least 8 months, 9 months. And what did those people do? They accumulated Solana, okay? So when you look at Popcat, SPX, and Miki, for example, they launched 350 days after Solana's bottom. And then Miki was 477 days after the bottom for Solana. Every single individual that bought Solana anywhere between $8 to $13 rotated profits onto the Solana meme ecosystem. Because guess what? They were buying it for $9 and your asset went to $250, and you're telling me they're not gonna rotate profit into the winning memes? But the sad part about this is the Solana meme ecosystem was based off of narrative, cults, insider trading, and complete fraud. And when XRP goes to look like all of us that are accumulating right now at like $1 or 50 cents or whatever, many of you guys are sitting in profit. But when XRP goes to $50, $30, $100, the amount of profit that is going to rotate to the XRP Ledger meme ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen, it is crazy. I'm telling you right now, I'm being honest here, and I'm not shilling anything. And I'm not going to name a coin because I'm not going to only invest in one coin. I am telling you, when XRP goes to 10, 20, 30, 40, $100, you better believe I'm rotating profits to memes on the XRP Ledger. Okay? And that's not just me. I don't speak just for myself. I speak for every single one of you guys out there. Okay? And I'm not telling you to go buy memes, but the meme ecosystem is not going anywhere. And the real communities with real roadmaps on the XRP Ledger, those meme coins are going to do really well. Please just do your research on that. I'm not shilling anything. Just do your research. And we'll come back to this. Many of you folks, oh man, it's just going to be absolutely crazy. But that's my 2 cents on that. There's going to be a lot of rotation to the XRP Ledger meme ecosystem, and they see it. This ecosystem is within the XRP Ledger. Okay? And who said nah? Jimmy, you think nah? Okay. Well, it's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. All I can say is I'm not the only person out there that is going to be dumping, 50,000, 30,000, 100,000 into these memes. It's going to happen. The FOMO is going to happen. You guys are going to see it in real time. That's all I got to say. Hey, bro, thoughts on Clanker? Only 1 million tokens made on base chain. I have no idea where Clanker is. I have no idea where the Clanker is. And let me tell you guys one other thing. And it's kind of hard, obviously. If you want to dabble and gabble, what's the word? Is it gabble? No, if you want to gamble and dabble, that works. That rhymes. I think it should be a real thing. So if you want to gamble and dabble at like these coins that you think might do well, go for it. But I'm telling you, pick 4 winners, depending on how much capital you're coming in with, and just buy the top coins. That's all I got to say. There is a lot of coins out there. A lot of coins. I mean, I bought this and I'm down $11,000. I'll show you right now. There's one coin that I gotta talk about, but I bought this. I'm down $12,000, okay? I bought Thina. I'm down $12,000. And I know I bought it, like this is when it was, okay? So I know it's going to go back up. I'm at a loss for $12,000, but that's just a part of the game, okay? You got Stronghold. Great. Great. Do your research on those coins. Like I said, those days are over for me. I used to have over 50 coins, and then I completely cleaned it and narrowed it down to the ones that I think are going to do well. Yeah, I mean, see, I've never heard of Africoin. Or Afrium. There is no point selling now. Like I said, unless you need the money, sell it. Every single institution out there is going to try to onboard you. They're going to throw you APYs. They're going to say, hey, bring your digital assets over to JP Morgan. We'll give you 6% for the first 6 months and then blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a lot of financial products designed around these digital assets. We're going to wrap this up in 10 minutes. So we'll start taking some questions. I'm going to go over this XRP chart real quick. It's January 1st. Yeah, it's not, listen, the markets are not good right now. But if you're trading, you better be ready. You could put buy orders, limit orders around $1.77 with 2x, 3x. Let's take a look. Even if we zoom out to, we did the weekly candle. Like even when we take a look at the monthly candle. Yeah. I don't know. I think we might see. Yeah, it's tough to say. Let's do this for example. Okay, let's do a rough perspective, because let me see. Here, let's get the from here. No, we don't want that. Where's the ruler? Right here. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me just clear this out the way. I want to bring something. Let's see, from here, that is 500%, okay? Obviously, XRP is going to do more than 500%, but if we were to do 500% from here on out, give me one moment, folks. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at like $10 XRP. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and talk about price targets for XRP, because a $10 XRP is going to happen 100%. Like, I don't even need to talk about this anymore. My $4 price target for 2025 failed. My $4 price target. We were close. I thought we were going to hit it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Am I a retard for calling a $4 end of the year price target for XRP? Sure. Was I trying to like mislead anybody or create kind of false hype? Absolutely not. That's not my intention. That is not my intention at all. As you guys know, the research that we do on my channel, it's not even about, the price is fun, but you know what's more fun is catching generational bottoms. But yes, I do think right here, if you take a look at the 4 hour, this is pure manipulation. So don't be surprised if this little boy comes right back down. But like I said, let's hope it comes back down. If you guys have limit orders, let's hope they fill. Let's take a look. The truth shall set you free in 26. Yeah, 26 is going to be a really big year. 26 is going to be a really big year. I personally thought 2025 was a crucial year overall. Okay, there is no denying that. The longer it takes, it is better. I'll tell you guys that right now. The longer it takes to implement this system is better, because remember, this is their own words. This is not they told you. And we're talking about individuals with heavy background in finance, okay? They told you that when they implement these systems, there is no going back. It's going to be a completely new world, okay? So this is not something small to be, messing around with. We're talking about global liquidity, and just think about XRP's role, right? As that global liquidity asset. Right now, the US dollar is the dominant liquidity source for this world. So when you have a company that is going to be based, and technically, I mean, we don't really know exactly. We say Ripple is American made, but like realistically speaking, it's more American than anything else out there. When you talk about an American company that has the functionalities under its belt, like its XRP, to play such a crucial role in the new world economy, that doesn't happen overnight. You got to strategically plan the implementation, plan the trigger in the system. Like, there's a lot that you got to do. You can't say nobody knows anything is the truth. That's a fact. You can't say that, because we told you that Ripple and MasterCard were working together 100%. Years later, they said it. We said BNY Mellon was. We said Ripple is coming out with a stable coin way before they announced it. That's the thing. And if you want to say about the price, sure, go for it. But like I said, even back in November of 2024, I spoke to many of you guys, and many of you guys made so much money because you guys pulled trigger when XRP was at 50 cents. Okay? We had some crazy conversations with some of you guys when XRP was 50 cents to do some reorganization of your financials or to leverage your debt within your financial ecosystem. And now buying XRP at 50 cents is going to be a dream. And buying XRP at $1.87, $1.50, I hope it goes down to $1.20, because if this thing goes to $1.20, man, I'm going all in. I'm also going with, my generational bottoms here. But like that it's game over. Yeah, let's not talk about, I don't even want to get into that crowd yet in terms of the whole Jake and Sean or Max. I think Jake has a decent theory, just had a lot of moving parts. But Gordon, here's the thing. You could have a theory, okay? But you know what's very frustrating? And I'm sure every single human could understand this. And don't sit there trying to defend someone when they're in the wrong and when they're misleading on a very large scale, whatever theory it is, okay? You cannot sit there on December 31st and say on camera, no, I'm 99.9% sure it's still going to happen. And then be serious about it. Okay? But that's it. I'm not going to get into the drama because it's like childish. It's literally childish play. Like when I look at Jake and when he does that little smirk and like the smile, it's just child's play. And if you guys support Jake, I don't care. I mean, I haven't done enough due diligence on Jake to say anything about Jake. But the little clips that I've seen and the conviction and what he says about it, that's the only thing. I'm not in a position to say anything about anybody. That's what I figured out in this ecosystem. Just stay in your lane, keep your head down. I'm going to keep on producing what I'm doing, the plans I have for every single one of us, and that's it. There's no point. There's no point in getting involved in child's play. Okay? But yeah, that's that. So I swear if this is not $100 in 2030, no, and $100 in 2030, in 2030, yes. Sorry, I thought you meant 2026. If XRP doesn't hit $100 in 2030, folks, the whole evolution of blockchain has stalled on a very, very negative scale. I'll tell you that right now. Quentin, I don't want to talk about SLT because we're going to go in 4 minutes, so I don't want to short talk it, but we did talk about it briefly. Let's go over these chats for the next 5 minutes. And the crowd, please, guys, I want you guys to leave now. Thank you for joining us today. I'll see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream. And you know what? We're going to cancel the party. No party, no ladies free before 11. But let's go finish up here and let's do some question. Oh, and that's the other thing. Many of you guys, when I talked about Jake briefly, I talked about Jake maybe for like 2 seconds, okay? And I got so much, I didn't really get a lot of backlash because I didn't say anything negative. But everyone's like, oh, you're getting involved with Zach, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know what Zach did. And first of all, I have Zach muted on Twitter. I have a lot of people muted. You'll be surprised. So I'm like, okay, let me go check Zach's Twitter account. And then I saw Zach. I was like, God damn, this guy literally put a part 1 and a part 2 video talking about Jake. And I was like, okay, that's a whole different story. I didn't really listen to the full thing. But like, I did not even do that. But yeah, that's Jake, Zach, Zach went in. Much love, Danger Dave. Much love. I've been following you for years. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Kalan, for the support. Yeah, absolutely, Cass. We're going to try to do this every single day. We're going to do this every single day around the same time. The time I cannot promise you, but it's going to be in the evening. That I can. It's either the morning or the night. So what I'll do is I'll try it out. Maybe this week I'll do evenings, I'll do mornings. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it in the morning. So turn on your post notification so you guys don't miss it. And yeah. You've given way more information in this community than Jake. We're grateful. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. So I appreciate you. I really appreciate that. And I don't like going around saying, hey, I've done so much. I've done this. I know the part that I've done. And I know the viewers know where they got their information. Because there is a lot of individuals that have copied my content. I mean, as you guys know, you remember those 2 AI channels? Remember Crypto Millionaires years ago took every single one of my content and he was getting hundreds of thousands of views. It irritates me that people take my content and they try to say they said it first, blah, 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 blah. It is what it is. That's why I just stick to my own lane. And I'm sure you guys have watched other content creators. It's not comparable to my content at all. I don't watch any other content creators because it gets in my way of I can't even talk. I can't talk. I'm so sorry. I'm not even going to say the word, but it gets in my way of like thinking, making better, and like just being me. So I stay away from watching other people. Let's take a look. Jake was found guilty of fraud. That's a big issue. Yeah, I saw that. 4 minutes into the stream, 2 commercials. That's awful. Maybe we'll turn off those commercials. It should not be instantly like that. I do apologize. I appreciate you, Jimmy. We're going to wrap this up. I like this lives. I live in the AU. This suits me well. Thank you. Oh, that's great. I think this suits a lot of people well this time. Whatever happened to the yacht party? The yacht party is still happening. The yacht party is still happening. We have a meeting on January the 10th. It's going to happen in Panama City. If there's any additional slots open, I will let you guys know, but it is going to be very limited. The maximum spots is 40, but we're going to make it 30. So first I need to speak to the individuals that already purchased the yacht tickets for the Miami one, but we didn't get, remember, I had 450 people that confirmed on multiple occasions that they were going to attend the yacht party. And then when we went to collecting the payments, we got, give or take, a turnaround of 30 people. So I'm not going to chase the individuals that want to, be a part of this. And again, this is not just a yacht party. This is going to be a network of individuals with the same mindset and the same vision and the same understanding. It's going to be lethal. So if there's any spots, you'll know on my Instagram. Take a look at Instagram. Follow me on Instagram because I'll probably announce it there first. I appreciate that, sweet Ant. I really appreciate that. In midday, Australia right now, perfect time. I appreciate that, DA Watson. Really do. Yacht party registrations are done. They're done. And I didn't really push the yacht party registrations hard. I talked about it 3 times. And I sent out everybody's email. I'm not going to chase people for this. Because I'm not going to force you to do something if you don't want to genuinely be there. So the people that bought it instantly, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys, you shouldn't and people are going to get refunds. The people that are not going to come, some people paid, but now they can't come. So they're all going to get the refunds. The XRP is all in a wallet that I've been holding for almost a year now. Is Instagram the same as your YouTube? The Instagram link is in the description down below. Every single link you need, my Twitter, my Instagram, is in the description down below. No, it's not open right now. Okay, guys, I gotta head out. I have a meeting that I'm 1 minute late to, and I will see you guys very soon. I love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow morning maybe or tomorrow evening.